Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to be covering a rather interesting topic. The cryptocurrency space is going to take the world by storm. And with the implementation of distributed ledgers, we are going to fundamentally change many industries out there. And today we are going to be highlighting a partnership between ICP, Dmail, which stands for Decentralized Mail, and WorldCoin, which has the potential to fundamentally change how we interact with one another on the internet in the form of email. Crypto is changing many areas out there. It's certainly changing the entire financial world, whether that be how we perceive and look at money and what Bitcoin has brought to the table, whether that be finance more broadly in regards to tokenizing the world's value on the blockchain, DeFi, stablecoin, CB, whatever it may be, there's going to be a blockchain element to that entire space. But it has far wider implementation in regards to AI, in regards to supply chains, in regards to social networks and social interaction. And as far as ICP is concerned, they're trying to do a lot of that, but really what they're designed to do is essentially enable the next generation of the internet. And with highlighting this partnership between Dmail and WorldCoin, which is, of course, Sam Altman's crypto project, where he looks to give humans a kind of verifiable digital identity, which is going to become of the utmost importance in regards to an ever-increasingly digital world and the rise of AI and deepfakes and things like this. We are going to have and live in a world where we have very solid, unique cryptographic digital identities, and we can ultimately do in the same way you have a kind of Gmail account, many things on the back end of this, but hopefully in a decentralized manner. And that's what ICP really brings to the table. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive into the announcement, and we're going to talk about why this is so significant. Dmail Network is delighted to be onboarded on the App Store of WorldCoin. WorldCoin ID users can now verify themselves on Dmail Network as a unique human and send encrypted emails. Now, when you look at the internet, we gave up a lot of our kind of rights in regards to using the internet. One is the data that we generate. We do no longer own. It's owned by large companies. And the emails that we have are essentially also owned by, there are privacy laws, but they're ultimately owned by these large companies. And with the rise of crypto, not only is it revolutionizing many things, it's actually going to revolutionize mailing itself. And email is kind of the preferred global method of communication. It's going to go far beyond email to the point where, you know, we see this with the likes of Telegram and what Ton kind of trying to do. There's going to be encryption across the board, but email is being fundamentally revolutionized by the likes of decentralized mailing applications. And ultimately, ICP is very much at the heart of this, being what it was designed to do. We're going to look at the ICP connection in just a second, but this is huge. This, in my opinion, is the way that email is going. Why would you choose to give all your information up to a centralized entity when you can essentially encrypt your own emails? This is essentially an intelligence and secure messaging, keeping you informed and connected. Dmail Network is an AI-powered decentralized communication infrastructure built to provide encrypted emails, unified notifications, and target marketing across multiple chains and dApps for users, developers, and marketers. And you can see they've had absolutely huge transaction thus far. They're on 20-something chains, but you can see one of the showcase chains here is ICP. And ICP is one of the only chains where using it for the likes of emailing is actually applicable. So if we're to decentralize with distributed ledgers, the internet, nobody is going to want to pay to send an email. Nobody is going to want to pay gas fees or even minimal fees to use their emailing. And this is where ICP steps in. And this is what it was created to do. It's essentially created to be able to scale the next sort of, or the evolution of the internet and take power back and give it back to us. And ICP is a real showcase project in regards to this. But this is huge. This is the way the world is moving towards. What is WorldCoin? WorldCoin, of course, is Sam Altman's eye scanning crypto project. And they're essentially on their own blockchain. But WorldCoin Foundation, the company behind WorldCoin, today announced WorldChain, a permissionless open source Ethereum layer 2 that's expected to launch mid-2024. It's already mid. The blockchain will be deeply entwined with the WorldCoin protocol and is aiming to accelerate adoption of World ID. WorldCoin, according to its website, is a free, private preserving, open protocol intended to be the world's largest identity and financial public network. It aims to verify one's humanness, which sounds strange. Why do we need to verify our humanness? Well, in the digital world, you need to do that. It's like clicking I am not a robot. We are going to need a way, and WorldCoin might have cracked it. And I was initially very hostile towards this project because, you're scanning your iris, your sort of blueprint of your eye. It's not really something I've done even personally myself, but this could be a way that we sort of verify ourselves on the blockchain, and we can actually use that verification to then give ourselves an accurate digital identity and solve many issues that are currently the cumbersome issues that are currently sort of facing the world as we know it. It's kind of moving into a little bit of a George Orwellian sci-fi-esque society, isn't it? It goes on to say, in an age of bots and deepfakes, by asking users to stare into the orb, kind of Lord of Ringsy there, isn't it? In which a biometric image is then converted into a impenetrable string of numbers. When combined with an algorithm, the code verifies an individual as a unique human, providing confirmation via a World ID, which is stored in the World app on their phone. Now, the announcement that, of course, we're covering is the fact that Dmail, a project that started and is very much intertwined with ICP, has essentially partnered with these guys so that you can actually have a decentralized mail with your digital ID. This is huge. This is the way the world is moving towards. Before we get into ICP's connection, ICP were just with Dmail over in Cambodia, the Cambodian ministry, talking about, innovation. And of course, ICP is very well integrated there. We are going to look at a clip from the founder or the co-founder of Dmail, talking about why ICP really stands out in regards to enabling that next evolution of the internet, whether that be decentralized mailing, whether that be decentralized social media. ICP is going to play a vital role in the world that we're moving towards, guys. I truly, truly do believe that. I want to, before we get into that, dive over to a take from Lark Davison, somebody who I'm quite unfamiliar with, but he is really telling you guys why this is such a big deal, and we happen to agree with a lot of what he's saying here. Exciting news for the Dmail community. Dmail Official has just crossed a monumental bridge by integrating with WorldCoin, now available on their App Store. This isn't just an update, it's a leap towards an era of digital identity and communication security. That's what ICP is all about. Why this matters: with World ID, each Dmail user can now verify themselves as a unique human, enhancing the integrity and security of our communication. This is going to be important. We've seen people get honeypotted with like deep fakes. Was it Charlie? It wasn't Charlie Munger. Who was it? Kissinger? Might have been Kissinger. He was talking to somebody who just wasn't. He thought he was talking to a president or something, and it just wasn't. This is only going to become. You can solve scams, and you get a call from somebody, you can ask them to verify themselves, or you get a message from someone, you can ask them to verify themselves. There's lots of things that this solves, and this is a big deal. And I think ICP is very much going to be at the heart of enabling a lot of this. Certainly in regards to those decentralized applications, those decentralized sort of internet protocols, and we'll look at a clip of why that's going to be the case. Imagine sending encrypted emails with confidence that you're only seen by the intended human recipient, not just any AI or bot or government or whatever it may be. What's new? Verification. Use World ID to prove you're not a robot right within the Dmail network. This means your identity is as unique in the digital world as it is the real one. Enhanced security encrypted emails now have an added layer of authenticity, making our digital conversations safer than ever. Global reach with WorldCoin's support for multiple blockchains, including Google and Telegram. Dmail integration broadens our user base, making our community truly global. We might set up a Dmail account and show you guys how to do this. We're probably not going to be scanning our iris anytime soon. we're going to see how that all goes, although there is an encrypted layer of it. So when you scan your iris, it essentially converts it into a unique set of numbers, kind of an ID, if you will. I'm very on the fence about this, but I can see why this is needed, and provided it's used for good and not bad, which, you know, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I think that's a great saying out there. You know, we will be sort of looking into this, but I'm not at that stage where I want to go scan my iris yet. But I do think in regards to a decentralized mailing, if there's another way you can verify yourself, you know, this is why would we choose to use any other mail except for decentralized mailing? And certainly as this grows and gains adoption for its unique features, it's going to be very interesting. But this is a huge step in the right direction. And of course, ICP, just the other week, this is a post from Dmail AI themselves. We just had a great conversation with Definity, Dominic Williams, Herbert Yang, and ICP Hub, and we're delighted to announce that CK Dmail is coming. And of course, this is them making waves in Cambodia in regards to smart city infrastructure, AI, and sovereign cloud tech. ICP very interested in Cambodia. But I want to dive over to a clip now. Dmail have been building on ICP. There are multiple chains, but the reason they've chose ICP, I think, are very obvious. Again, and it highlights why ICP is in that prime position to actually enable that next layer of the internet, be that world computer. It's scalable enough to do so. And the fee model makes it one of the few options in regards to actually being able to facilitate this. Let's now dive over to that clip, and then we shall continue. Then we shall wrap the video up.
Why don't you give us some background on Dmail and the product you guys have built?
Yeah, thanks for having me here today. We go back a long way with ICP. We started building on ICP before we went multi-chain. So just after Genesis, really, mid-2021, Dmail was a project that was already building on ICP. Obviously, the utilization of the reverse gas model has been pivotal to our success. Nobody's really going to want to spend money to send an email, right? Yeah. So the innovation and the expertise of the ICP protocol has been fantastic. So Dmail is essentially a Web3 communications protocol. We allow the seamless messaging between both Web2 and Web3. So for Web3, essentially that means sending messages directly to wallets and DIDs. Although we obviously started out on ICP in 2021, we've now gone multi-chain. We now support 20 different chains. Wow. Our growth has been absolutely phenomenal as a result. We have more than 1.5 million monthly active users, 8 million registered users, with over, I think, 5.5 million unique wallet addresses, and more than 250,000 daily active users. So, you know, I think we're actually an excellent showcase product for ICP and for the vision of going multi-chain from originally building on ICP itself.
Oh, very interesting clip from Dmail's co-founder Daniel there, really highlighting ICP, why ICP was chosen to facilitate Dmail. If Dmail takes off, and there's no doubt in my mind that there's going to be multiple applications that are built on top of ICP, decentralized applications that are going to replace the current infrastructure of the internet that's owned, that's controlled, that's monopolized. It just takes one of them to kick off, and ICP becomes, you know, the standard in regards to potentially becoming the next layer of the internet and what people choose to build upon. Certainly, we've spoken in great detail about why somebody that harnesses the internet for business may want to actually use ICP, because smart contracts eradicate a lot of the tech stack. Anyway, guys, we're rambling on now. That is it from me. I hope you're as excited about the future of ICP as I am. And what Dmail really highlights with their partnership with WorldCoin is the kind of front and center stage that ICP takes in regards to becoming that world computer and using Web3 technology to actually enable Web3. That's it from me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to love and leave you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.